Jane Douglas for GameSpot UK. We're here with Ken Rolston, who is working currently on Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. Thanks for joining us today, Ken.
Hi, I'm happy to be here.
Excellent. Okay, it's still new to quite a lot of our users. Just quickly break it down for us. What is Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning?
Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning is a fabulously immersive, vast narrative RPG with kick-ass combat, master-crafted by visionaries. I think that's the selling point, kick-ass combat and visionaries.
So you've got Renegades art director in the shape of Todd,
who, yes, he's graceful in his renegadeness. And then we have R.A. Salvatore, who is fabulously successful as a New York Times bestseller. But actually, the reason I love him is he comes from the TSR, Dungeons & Dragons world building period, where you would make a new world regularly every couple weeks and play. So I know he knows how to make a good game world.
So that's Reckoning's edge then, the Dream Team.
The Dream Team is not inconsiderable. But the most important thing is knowing what kind of a game needs to be made, one in which the action part of the combat is an enabling opportunity to make exploration of the game more fun, to get better animations, to get a better theater of combat, so that fantasy stuff, I think RPGs may be bearing the burden of their conventional strategic game, forebears, and we have all been too comfortable with the quality of animation and combat, and it's great to be able to pick up the controller and feel immersed in the character's actions and to move smoothly through the world, and also to just like caper with glee and slap your thigh. Oh my God, that is so cool. And that's not happening in RPGs. You don't just gibber with pleasure. And if you watch people testing our game and you have the videos of them, and when something cool happens they go woo 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 woo, and that's what I want that special excited 9-year-old reaction.
That sounds amazing. That sounds great. What are the cool things that are making them make those sounds?
It will be, for example, in fantasy role-playing games, one of the least exciting things you can get in loot is a dagger, because you never actually feel particularly cool when you have a dagger. At least in the Dungeons & Dragons lore, you say, a dagger is what I do when I strike from behind and I get four times damage. That's a very abstract thing. It's not very immersive. It's strategic gaming. In our game, if you do go down and watch the demo, you'll say, woohoo, look what I did. Oh my God, I danced in the air. Again, hearing me talk, total waste of time with this stuff. First thing is seeing it. And then you should still feel frustrated because you haven't been allowed to touch the controller yet. You should live in righteous indignation that you haven't been given the controller. Another one of the things that's great about this game is, in the same way that I loved the open world setting as a place to explore, that was exciting because you knew you could always go to the edge of the map. I want you to have the same experience with your character's abilities. And for example, you'll see the shield used in the demo, and you pull the shield out and you use it in a shieldish way, and suddenly the camera slows down, and then your enemy is thrown back and you say, woohoo, I did that by accident. I didn't read that in the book. I want to do that again. Woohoo, woohoo. So I want you to, every time you get a new skill, you should be taught from your first experiences that there's a piece of candy hidden inside of your experience, and all you have to do is accidentally bite into it and you say, oh, there's more in there. So I want that exploration of all the joy buzzer dribble glass fun, that lurid, cheap and cheerful fun, to be drawing the player into that experience that he's having when he's in the theater of combat.
Okay, but your Morrowind Oblivion following is going to be ecstatic with this game.
Yes, I do believe they will be. There are a number of reasons they'll love it, because it's a big, beautiful open world, but they'll also be saying, wow, that's colorful. Wow, look at the lighting. What an engine we've got. I get excited because I mostly am excited because I like the controller, because that's where the focus was. But when I'm running around and occasionally I stop and then I'll spin the camera and I say, ooh, I get the same. It's like the National Geographic Great Pictures, I've gone to another world thing. I love that, only it's cinematic. I'm always a little anxious on this idea that it's an action RPG, because action is a negative experience for a lot of people. They say, you're going to take away my role-playing game. And to help make people a little more comfortable about that, I don't like action games. It's not that they're bad, it's just not what I want. And if you gave me an action RPG that wasn't obviously an RPG, I would be filled with outrage again. I would be, I'd be going on a rampage. So I don't want anybody that likes my games, the ones we've done in the past, I don't want them going into rampages near me. Okay. So I want them to know that they have they can organize their stuff in their inventory by color and size in that kind of compulsive way, and they can worry about resource management and stuff like that. All that stuff's still in there, experience points. But the thing is, they've got that. That's one of the ways they can succeed, by grinding and being Puritan, hardworking human beings. And at the same time, they can also find a dagger and go, "Oops, I just killed him so much. I killed him so much. I want to do it again." So I want them to have both roads. As the Buddhists say, there are many roads to enlightenment, and I think the middle way is all over the road, slewing out of control drunkenly from one thrill to another.
Okay, fantastic. All right, are you as excited for Elder Scrolls V as we are?
Of course, I'm all over it like a cheap suit. It'll be the first Elder Scrolls product that I haven't worked on in a long time, so I won't have spoiled it by playing it to death. So it's going to be exciting. It was as much fun. I'm sure it'll be as much fun as my playing Fallout 3 the first time, and it just said, "Oh, those are my people. They made an amazing game." So yeah, I like that stuff.
Okay. Can you just give us the release window and the platforms for the game, please?
Well, the platforms, which I can say glibly, is the PS3, the Xbox 360, and the PC. And the release date, I will ask my PR person to make that little sotto voce. 2012, not any particular quarter. See, that's all the information I can give you.
That's information enough.